In this video, we're going to take a quick look at the dock on the iPad. The dock is where you can store your favorite apps, but we do have a few tricks up our sleeve with the dock. Now before we get started, if you like what you see here, stick around to the end. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself and how you can help support my efforts in creating these videos. Let's go over to my iPad and take a look at the dock. So as I mentioned, the dock here is located at the bottom of your home screen. Now, the idea behind this is you want to put your favorite apps in this dock. When you put your favorite apps in the dock, they're going to be available from any home screen. So when I swipe over to the right, we can see that the dock is still there, showing the same apps. So that's the idea behind the dock. It just gives us access to our favorite apps. So how do we add an app to it? Well, basically, all you do is just drag an app on top of the dock. So let's say I wanted to move Pages here down into my dock. I long press on Pages, and I drag it like I'm going to move it, but I place it on top of the dock, and I can place it anywhere I want in that dock. And then, once I'm done, I let go, and it is in that dock. We have one other step. We have to get out of that jiggly mode. I tap on Done, and it had added it to the dock. So it's no longer in my home screen. It is now in my dock. And it's going to be available from every home screen. How do we remove an app from the dock? Well, basically it works the same way. We long press on it. So I'm going to long press on Pages here. Let's move it back to the home screen. I long press on it, and then I drag it out and place it where I want on the home screen. Again, we have to tap on Done in the upper right-hand corner, and then it applies all the changes. So that's the basics of the dock. But like I said, we have a few tricks up our sleeve. We can also place folders in the dock. So I have a folder on my third home screen here, and what I would like to do is I would like to place that into the dock. Well, basically it works the same way. I long press on it like I'm going to move it, and then I just drag it down into the dock, and it places it in the dock. Again, I tap on Done in the upper right-hand corner, and it applies those changes. Now, there's one catch with the folder in the dock, and I'm not a huge fan of this. You're going to notice that there is no name here, so you're not going to be able to view that folder by name. So it kind of makes it a little bit less appealing. When you have multiple folders in the dock, you're not sure which folder is what. Now, to remove a folder, all we do is just drag it out, just like before, and we can place it on our home screen, tap on Done. Now, when we're looking at our dock, you're going to see that we have a vertical line here. What is that vertical line? Well, basically, that separates your favorite apps, so these are the apps and folders that you put on the dock, from recent apps and the app library. So if we look here, you're going to see I have the app library. I tap on that, and I can view my app library. Well, we can also add recent apps to that. How do we add recent apps to that? Well, we need to go to the settings for the dock. And we're going to go over here to my settings. And then from here, what we need to do is go to Home Screen and App Library. And you're going to see that we have basically two settings for the dock. We can show the app library in the dock, which is what I have turned on. You're going to see that it is green over here. And then we also have Show Suggested and Recent Apps in the dock. Now that is turned off, so let's go ahead and turn that on. So I take this slider here, tap on it, and now it is turned on. So now what's going to happen is when I go to the dock, swipe up, you're going to see that I have another section here. These are recent apps or suggested apps. So right now this is a suggested app. Let's go ahead and open up an app. What we're going to do is we're going to open up Tessie here. I tap on it. This is not in my favorites. So now when I go back over to my home screen, you're going to see that I have Tessie here. I didn't add it to the dock. It automatically added it as a recent. And I believe we can have up to 3 recents. So let's go ahead and open up one more. We're going to go with Good Task. I go back to my home screen, and again, we can see it's in my dock here. But now when I open up another app, what it's going to do is it's going to replace one of these because these are recent apps. So let's go with Play, and I swipe up, and now we can see that it replaced an app icon. So we can have up to 3 recent apps in the dock. Now, one other trick I want to show you. The dock always shows on the home screen, but we can also have it show when we're in an app. How do we do that? Well, let's go into an app. So we're just going to go into Pages here. I'm looking at Pages, and I would like to show the dock. Well, all we have to do is just go down to the very bottom here and just slightly pull up. We don't want to go all the way up because then it's going to go to the home screen, right? But if I just pull up slightly, we have our dock. So we can also access the dock from within an app. We just have to pull up slightly from the very bottom. So that's how we work with the dock on the iPad. It's a place where we can store our favorite apps as well as folders. And then, of course, we can also show our recent apps as well as the app library. And then last, we can also show that dock when it is in an app. We just slightly pull up from the bottom. We don't go all the way up because that's going to show our home screen. We just slightly pull up, and then we can see our favorite apps. So that's how we work with the dock on the iPad. Now, if you found this video helpful, what you may want to do is like the video. You can subscribe to my channel. You can share it with your friends and family. In addition to that, I have a couple of different options if you want to help support my efforts in creating these videos. The first one is I have danstutorials.com. This is where I place all of my videos. I also have an AI assistant modeled after an Apple Genius. This is a membership-based site, and when you become a member, I'll take out all of the ads from the videos. You have access to that AI assistant. Another option is through my courses. If you don't like subscriptions and you want to have a course on a specific device, such as the iPhone or the iPad, you can go to Dan's Online Courses. Now, as of this recording, I only have a course on the iPhone, but I plan on adding this video and more for a course on the iPad and then eventually for the Mac as well. And those are not a subscription. It's a one-time purchase, and then you have access to all of those videos, not a subscription. Either way, what you're doing is you're helping support my efforts in creating these videos. I am not part of some large organization. I'm just a small business working out of a corner office of my house. So when you become a member or purchase a course, you are directly helping me create these videos or supporting my effort in creating these videos. Check out danstutorials.com or Dan's Online Courses for more information. And thanks for watching.